Where does it say? Wait, I know that there's a breakdown to talk about how much sugar is in this bar. But see, it's not even on this little thing. It must be on the large package that the kids never read. Let me go get that. Hey guys, it's Kim Dion, and this is my weekly Word on Wellness, where I am giving you realistic, holistic advice so that you can get the most out of your life, one bite at a time. And you know, I'm going to be talking about Halloween because it's just around the corner. Everyone's rushing out, buying their fun bags of fun bars and chips and candy and chocolate, and I am a holistic nutritionist, and I would be remiss if I did not break down a little bit of facts and fiction about sugar. Now, I know there's probably already a lot that you already know about sugar, primarily the fact that it is bad for you, and maybe you shouldn't be raiding your child's Halloween stash 4 times a day every day until the end of November. And you might even back that up a little bit and maybe acknowledge that your children shouldn't have an unlimited supply of sugar for every day from now until November, okay? I know, I said it. I just said it. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to be the Halloween Grinch here. Oh, well, maybe I am trying to be a Halloween Grinch. It's not that I don't love Halloween. I actually really, really do. It's just that I don't love sugar. And I'm going to give you some reasons why. It's an addictive substance, potentially more addictive than cocaine. Excess sugar gets stored as fat. It compromises your immune system, basically shutting down your white blood cells. It is acidic and inflammatory. Sugar overworks the liver. It contributes to many chronic diseases. And it's hidden in most packaged foods that we consume today. In fact, the average North American consumes between 80 to 140 pounds of added sugar per year. Yes. I said pounds. So, isn't that depressing? Now, a lot of that stuff you might have already known, like I said, but there are actually a lot of myths about the sweet stuff circulating out there that I wanted to take today to just clear up for you. So here are my top 5 sugar myths busted. Number 1, brown sugar is better than white sugar. This is not true. Brown sugar is actually just white sugar with molasses added back into it. So yes, there are nutrients in molasses, but you would have to eat a lot of brown sugar to reap the rewards of those nutrients, and it's obviously just going to be canceled out by all that sugar you're eating. So don't fool yourself, kids. Brown sugar is not better. Number 2, artificial sweeteners are actually a better option. This could not be further from the truth, and I have actually been on a personal tirade against artificial sweeteners for years now. If you know me, you know that because I'm always swiping that Diet Coke out of your hand. But, you know, science is now finally coming out with all sorts of research and studies indicating why artificial sweeteners wreak havoc on our health. Splenda, Equal, NutraSweet, Sweet and Low, they're all artificial, they're synthetic. Our bodies don't like artificial synthetic things, and they also don't like being tricked. When the body tastes sweet, it wants calories, and so when you don't feed it those calories, it ends up searching for them somewhere else, and studies have shown time and time again that you actually end up overeating things like refined carbs or carbohydrates, which inevitably lead to weight gain. So you're trying to have the artificial sweetener to not gain weight, but then you gain weight anyway. And on top of that kind of weight gain, artificial sweeteners have been shown to actually decrease insulin sensitivity, increase fat storage, and really disrupt your gut microbiota, which is all those nice bacteria that are going on in the gut. They really disrupt that, and all of that leads to weight gain again. And it has been linked to various neurological disturbances. So need I say more, guys? Just ditch the artificial sweeteners. Get them out. You're not doing yourself any favors. Number 3, eating fruit is bad for you. Now, with all of this sugar craze and people knowing more and more about sugar and the ill effects on your body, a lot of people run around and say that you shouldn't eat fruit because it has sugar in it. But it also has a host of other things that come in the package, primarily fiber, which slows the absorption of sugar, glucose, into your bloodstream. And it also has antioxidants and phytonutrients and all sorts of other amazing properties that are actually really good for your body. So yes, there is a higher percentage, a higher ratio of sugar or carbs in fruit versus most vegetables. So if you're concerned with having too much sugar from fruits or you have diabetes, then you want to be mindful of that. But fruit are not unhealthy. Fruit are healthy. Number 4, less processed sugars like agave syrup or cane sugar is actually healthier. Now, less processed sugars are less processed, but they are still sugars and should be consumed in moderation. And in fact, word to the wise, agave is actually very, very, very high in fructose. In fact, it can go up to 97% fructose. I'm not going to get into a whole thing about fructose, but basically it can't really be utilized by the body, so it has to go straight to the liver for processing, and we don't want to do that because we're already overworking our livers. So I would say steer clear of agave, and for me, I use natural sweeteners like dates. I will blend those up into my smoothie. I use raw honey sometimes. That's a really good one. Pure maple syrup or evaporated coconut sap, which is known as coconut sugar. Yes, those are all still forms of sugar, but they are really less processed. The body knows how to deal with them better, and you do need to eat that stuff in moderation. Number 5, sugar-free is actually the way to go. If you're taking this to mean literally sugar-free and you're gonna give up all forms of refined sugar, good for you, hats off to you. But what this often means is that you're looking at packaged goods that say that they're sugar-free and you're believing them. And you should be able to do that, but unfortunately, because of shady labeling laws and all the rest, you really can't believe when a package says it's sugar-free that it actually is sugar-free. It may not have the word sugar directly spelled out in the ingredients list, but they use a host of other names like evaporated cane juice, honey, malt syrup, dextrose, glucose, lactose. There's all sorts of ways that companies can disguise sugar in their products and say that they're actually sugar-free. So when it comes to that, obviously I advocate eating more real foods and less processed stuff, so you're not actually having to read packages and believe the manufacturers. But if you still are relying on some packaged foods, you just have to educate yourself about what those terms can mean, and you got to read the ingredients. I actually have included a list in the show notes of all kinds of fancy words that the food manufacturers use to trick you into thinking that their products are sugar-free for your reading pleasure. At this point, it may be seeming like a little bit of a you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't sort of thing, and I don't want that to be the take-home message here. I just want to help empower you by educating you and giving you the facts so that you can make better choices when you're out shopping for food. That brings us back to good old Halloween, which is right around the corner, and what to do about redefining it for ourselves. I really think that it is time for us to redefine it. So I'm wondering if you've ever thought about giving out things other than sugar-laden, fun-sized candy bars and chips. I've come up with a few ideas of my own. You could give out little bags and little treats like this that have things to make crafts. I've got some feathers and popsicle sticks in here, some jumbo-sized crayons. How fun is this? More fun than a Kit Kat? Stickers are fun. Kids love getting stickers. But you know what? They're gonna have so many other chocolate bars and candies that they'll probably be happy to get something different. I'm not saying that you should never, ever eat these things. It's just about being mindful of it. Set like daily or weekly limits for your kids and for yourself. And then if you do have a moment of weakness and you end up binging on those fun-sized candy bars, don't beat yourself up about it. It happened. Move on. As always, I would love to hear from you. How do you make Halloween healthier? Are you interested in trying? Or, you know, maybe what is your fun-sized weakness? Hit me up in the comment section below. And of course, if you like this video, please go ahead and like it and share it with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the little KD over there in the corner. If you want more realistic, holistic advice and to stay in the loop with some of my whole food recipes that I like to share via email, head on over to my website. It's kimdion.com and sign up for my email updates. Don't forget that big change happens in little steps, right? So thanks for making me part of your real food adventure, and thanks for watching this video. Happy Halloween, everybody! Have fun!